Hello, Your Excellency. It's a great day. How are you? Welcome to the Money Mindset with Razak. This podcast aims to give you insights, tips on how you can multiply your money, empower yourself, and gain financial freedom. But first, let me share with you the 3 things I will be covering on this episode with you. Number 1, why should you listen to me? Number 2, what is this podcast about? But number 3, it's about you. You. I want you to self-evaluate yourself, and I want you to know, what do you want financially? You don't want to miss that, so you have to stay glued and watch this episode till the end. So why should you listen to me? When I was 17, I started my career in the media. When I was 19, I made my first 1 million naira. 3 years after, I lost all the money. I have learned the art of rebuilding that over a period of time. Friends and family have always talked to me, why don't you share this insight about financial freedom with other people? I am not the most wealthiest person, but I believe with whatever you have, you can manage, and multiply more. And that is one reason why I want you to watch this. And that is one reason why I want you to subscribe and be consistent in watching the Money Mindset with Razak. Academically, I have a background in accounting, I have an executive MBA, and I do a lot of work around social development. But what is this podcast not about? This podcast doesn't share tips with you on how to make quick money. It's not about Ponzi. No, we share tips with you on how you can gradually grow your income. You. But having said that, let's now go into the self-evaluation. I want you to evaluate yourself. I want you to know what's your worth. And I want you to have at least the first time of assessing yourself. Grab a paper and grab a pen. I'm going to call 26 questions. For each of these questions, you will write yes or no. Be truthful to yourself and not to me. Are you ready? Let's start. Question 1. Do you have a financial planner? A clear financial plan that says this is what you want to accumulate as wealth over a period of time, or this is the investment you want to have over a period of time. Yes or no? Number 2. Do you have an automated budgeting template? Do you hear me? Every time you collect your salary, you just spend. You don't bother to even budget, right? It's not everything is your head, not in template. Do you have an automated budgeting template? Yes or no? Number 3, are you in debt? If you have unfulfilled promise, that is also a debt. Yes or no? Number 4, what's your financial worth? Do you know your financial worth? Do you know the essence, the numbers that drive your financial worth? You hear of Dangote, Otedola, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, of their financial. What exactly is your own financial worth? Write it down, yes or no. If you know it, then it's yes. It's no, just write no. Number 5, do you have a valuable property? If you have a land, not that land in your village that you don't have document for it. No, I'm talking of land with clear documentation. Or if you even have something like a gold. I'm not talking of that jewelry you just buy. Yeah, I'm talking of gold bars. If you have that, yes. And if it is no, just write no. Number 6, do you have a habitable house of your own? I'm not talking of that house you're building that is incomplete. A habitable house. Number 7, if you don't work for the next 6 months, can you comfortably live? If you don't work for the next 6 months, can you comfortably live? Number 8, do you save 10% of your salary? That's the minimum. If you do more than that, that's fine. 10% of your salary in an account that you don't withdraw from, at least not more than once in a year. Do you have a 10%, minimum of 10% of your salary in an account you don't withdraw for in more than once or twice in a year? Number 9, what's your investment plan like? Do you have a robust investment plan? When we talk about robust investment plan, it contains 3 things: high, low, and medium risk. If you have an investment plan, then you know much about this. If you don't, then watch out for the future episode because I will really be talking about that. Number 10, do you have a retirement plan? You're shocked? How old am I? But the reality is that you need to start having a retirement plan, not until you're 50, not until you are 60. You need to start now. Number 11, do you have a will? I'm sure you'll be asking yourself, at this age, if all you've been using your money to buy is Gucci, Brazilian wig, then wheel it out too. Number 12, do you have an education insurance for your children? Every time you keep shouting on those children, you're working for them, but you don't have anything that protects their future. Do you have one? Number 13, do you have a mutual fund account? A mutual fund, if you have one, then you will know it. Do you have a mutual fund account? Number 14, do you have an active life insurance for yourself? Question 15, do you have a sufficient health insurance for yourself and your family? Now, before you respond to that question, if it is yes or no, if your mother or your father or both, or you have other dependents that rely on you whenever they are not feeling fine, and you don't have a sufficient health insurance for them, then the answer should be no. Question 16, do you have shares or stock in a company? Question 17, every month your bank sends you a bank statement of how you've spent your money. Have you ever go through it and reconcile that bank statement every month? It's your own, no, it's not mine. I can't just get it. When you're not checking on that, do you reconcile your bank statement every month? Question 18, do you earn in a recommended 4 streams of income? The 4 streams of income are physical service, digital service, physical product, digital product. Let me explain that a bit. Physical service means you're working in a company, for example, in a blue chip company like a bank. Yeah, that's more physical service. Physical products, you have a book, hard copy book you sell, or you have any physical product like clothes that you sell. Digital products, if you have something like an e-book that you sell. Digital service, for example, what I'm doing now, right? Do you do something similar that generates content, something that can give you streams of income? Yeah, so those are 4 streams of income. Do you have 3 out of this 4? If you do have 3 out of the 4, then that's good. Number 19, do you earn in the recommended frequencies? The recommended frequencies of income, that's 5. You need to get 3 out of this. Do you earn daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and annually? Those are the 5 things, 5 ways of earning. Daily, if you are earning, you're a salary earner, that's monthly, right? If you earn income or dividend from company stocks, that's quarterly, or perhaps they pay you dividend at the end of the year, that's annually. You need to have 3. If you got 3 out of this, then put yes. If it is not, just put no. Question 20. Do you have up to 72 million in your retirement savings plan? I know you will shout, yepa. Abba, hold on, let me calm down. 72 million is a lot for you to have in your retirement account. So let me give you that. You will plan to retire at 60. Hopefully, you live 30 years after then. 200,000 naira every month, if that's what you are getting from your retirement account. For 1 year, that's 2.4 million. For 30 years, that's 72 million. So if you don't have that, trust me, you can only imagine what that future would look like. I know many of you listening to me now, you're thinking, my children would take care of me. Who told you that? The generation is shifting. The question I'll ask you is, how many of you and your friend, how many times do you pay your mother or your father, or you give them something every month? So why are you thinking that your children will do the same thing for you? Yeah? And probably you need to start thinking more in that when it comes to your retirement savings. Question 21. Are you happy with the impact you are making to the world? Remember, personal finance, it's not about you making money. It's also about you feeling fulfilled. So are you fulfilled with the impact you are making to the world? It's a personal question, yes or no. Question 22. If you don't earn for the next 6 months, can your other streams of income sufficiently cater for your needs? If you don't earn for the next 6 months, can your other streams of income, remember we talk about those four ways you earn, right? Can they sufficiently take care of your needs? Question 23. Do you have investment that helps you to reduce your tax? If you have it, then you should know it. If you don't have it, then you don't know it. So it's a yes or no. Question 24. Do you spend more than you earn? That is, what I'm just trying to ask you there is that if your expenses is more than your salary, for example, if it is yes, nah, that's not too good, right? You should know the answer there. Question 25. Do you back consumer items in credit? Consumer items are basically anything you buy that does not generate any source of income. So you know yourself, every month before your salary, you are owing people for buying food, buying this and that. Ashwebi. If you're not in Nigeria, ask Nigerians what that means, right? If you use money to do that and you buy often those kind of items in credit, that's bad. If you do that, yeah, just write yes or no if that's your culture. And the last question, are you satisfied with your financial status? Yes or no? If you're done with this, I'll give you some seconds. What I want you to do is to count the numbers of no you have and the numbers of yes you have. If you have more than 8 no's, then your personal finance is poor and you need to take some actions. But what are those actions? I'll talk about the first among it. The first thing you need to do is to learn to have a financial goal and a clear KPI for those goals. Oftentimes, we don't have financial goals for the things we want and for the kind of life we want to live. Let me give you a good example. If you're a man watching, and probably if you're a woman as well, right? And there are 3 things that everybody needs to spend money on a monthly basis. Your rent. If you have children, paying children's school fee. Food and groceries. Those are 3 things. Ask yourself, do you have passive income that takes away those 3 burden away from you? That's what you should be asking yourself. So, are you putting your financial goals to help you meet your needs? Can you have passive income that could help you address these 3 things? You might already have a house, but you are paying for children's school fee, and you need to get money to pay for your utilities and groceries and food every month. What goals or financial goals are you putting to mitigate that? That's the first thing you need to do. In the next episode, I'll be talking about you and your future. I'm sure you know this is the right time for you to start planning for that future. Hello, Your Excellency. Hit on the subscribe button and share with your friends. It's the Money Mindset with Razak.